Welcome back, everybody. Have to do our kitty on the box shot. And that was it. She just didn't want to stay. Well, she came and did her little appearance, so off she goes. So we're back for another new guitar day. It is the 5th of January 2022. Time is passing us by, friends. It is, last time I checked, 11 degrees below zero outside. So this guitar is going to get a couple hours at least of acclimation. If I can wait that long, I'm going to leave it in the box for a couple hours, then take it out of the box, which we will document. Leave it in the case, crack the case a little bit, see what happens with that. Anyways, this guitar was purchased supposedly brand new from a musician's friend, but it came from a guitar center in Birmingham, Alabama. So there's every potential that this guitar was actually taken out of the box, in which case we will consider it to be an open box guitar. A little bit of box issue, tiny little punch there. The guitar does come in a case, so hopefully no major damage was done. You can see by the bottom of the box it has been accordioned a little bit, so it's been bounced around. The tape job, I have no idea if this is factory tape job. Couldn't tell you if my life depended on it. To me it sort of looks like it was opened up. They may have only been in the store for a short period of time. They may have cracked it open, found out that it was for sale, boxed it back up. We will determine that later. So we'll be back in a couple hours for the official taking out of the box, and it'll still be a few hours after that before we officially dig in. Anyways, I forgot to mention what it is. You can see on the box it is an Epiphone, and it is an Epiphone Joe Bonamassa Lazarus 59 Les Paul. I won't bore you with the story of the Lazarus because it's been everywhere. Everyone's told the story 1,000 times, and if you haven't heard the story, just go to Google and type in Joe Bonamassa Lazarus. You'll hear the amazing story of Joe's rebirth of a 59 Les Paul. Of course, this is the inexpensive version, a little more crash and burn on the case. Yeah. Anyways, we'll see if it survived. Obviously, the thing that I'm always most concerned about is the crack on the neck where the nut is, because I've had a few Epiphones shown up with that god-awful crack. So anyways, we will be back. Okay, friends and neighborinos, as Ned Flanders would say, we're back. It's been 2 hours. The guitar's just been sitting in its box, slowly acclimating to a warmer temperature. Now we're going to take it out of the box, but I believe we're going to leave it in the case, slightly cracked, for a little while longer. So by all indications, this is just my theory, based on watching other unboxing videos, that this is in fact a new guitar that was never opened. That's my theory, although it's possible. You see that bubble wrap looks a little, that's a giveaway because I didn't see that on any of the other ones. So what I'm thinking, again, being the theoretical guy that I am, is that potentially this guitar was sent to the store, and it was supposed to be sold at the store, and maybe they cracked it open to take a look at it, which technically would mean an open box guitar, but I don't know if I want to push it that far. It might be a little too much. We do have an issue here, which will be worth a minor consideration, adjustment. We'll put that on the film. I'm going to take a still picture of it. That will certainly be worth asking for a bit of a discount. Take our video camera in to see it. It's really a minor deal, but a brand new guitar is a brand new guitar. So you can see there's definitely a ding and a jing, which cases are supposed to do that, but you don't want a brand new case to do that, obviously. And let's look over the rest of the case. The old Jobo Nerdville. Doesn't look like any other issues. Definitely the hardware on this is tighter than on my 59. My 59 is incredibly loose. Okay, behold. Always take off the latch. Oh, it looks like a very nice top. Just want to see that. That ends feel pretty good. Okay, so it is, I mean, it's so cold it actually has condensation on the guitar. So probably we should grab some of those condensation packs, which I think I threw all of mine away. Do some condensation sucking. And as I threw them all away. What I should do. Okay, so we're going to let it sit here for another hour. You know, the problem with a guitar case like this, I probably should just take it out and set it on that stand, which is what I think I'm going to do. Because if it sits in the case, it's just going to just stay frozen. Now, see, it's actually got moisture in it. But it's a pretty top. Certainly satisfied with that. So yeah, I'm just going to let it sit out here. Wake up, enjoy the world. Okay, so another tip, if this was opened, is that this was not on the switch, and this little thing right here should have been in a bag. So I'm going to say that it was open, but we'll come back. Welcome back, everybody. It is February the 17th, 2022. I have owned the Joe Bonamassa 59 Lazarus Les Paul for about 7 weeks now, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. It's a beautiful guitar. It's currently up for sale, and only because, as you can see, I have way too many guitars. So, and I did also at the same time a month earlier pick up the Epiphone 59 Les Paul in Sunburst And given choice between the two, I decided this one was the best one to go because I got it for a better price and I should make a better profit on it, which is not why I do this, but if I can make a profit, why not? And get to enjoy a guitar. So I've enjoyed it very much. My comments are this: for the price, it should have been a little better in the detail department. The fret-in should have been finished a little better. There are some QC issues, namely the little control plate for the switch was drilled very poorly, and multiple people have reported the same thing. I think it was absolutely over-the-top hyperbole to call this quadruple A flame top maple. At best, it's triple A. Some people double A. Some people have even reported getting basically plain tops, which, you know, given that it's a veneer, they could have just really been a little better in their choices. I feel fortunate mine has decent flame, so I was quite pleased with it. Sounds great. The pickups, you know, again, when you do your research on this guitar, the Burstbucker pickups are meant to emulate the original PAF pickups, which in the late 50s nobody was doing high gain music, and so if you're a hard rock heavy metal guy, this guitar probably wouldn't satisfy you, but it certainly has plenty of crunch for rock and roll. Even more surprising, but it shouldn't be surprising, is the clean tones on this guitar, considering that when it was originally conceived, rock and roll was in its infancy, and most people playing this were certainly jazz players and, you know, middle of the road kind of guitar stuff, and it just excels at that. But it crunches really good too. So there you go. I don't know if it is sold. I have someone who's interested, but he's having some challenges getting over here to pick it up. But if it does get sold, more than likely this is the last day that I played it, and I just finished playing it for 2.5 hours and thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a Les Paul through and through. I've played Gibson Les Pauls. I won't say that this is as good as a Gibson Les Paul, but I don't know why I wouldn't say that, other than a Gibson's a Gibson and an Epiphone's an Epiphone. But I mean, this guitar certainly supplies everything that I would want in a Les Paul, and it's beautiful to look at, feels great. Love the neck profile. That's called a medium C for a 59. Feels great. Tune's good. The nut needs a little work on the high E. It tends to go sharp, which I'm guessing it's just binding and needs just to be filed out a little bit. But other than that, no fret buzz. Again, the fret ends are a little rough for a $900 guitar. That's about it. So I think Epiphone did a really good job on this guitar. A lot of people, musicians from Guitar Center, keep advertising that there's more on the way. I don't think there is. I think given the history of the Joe Bonamassa line of guitars, they're truly limited edition. And when they're gone, unless there's a few more sitting on a boat somewhere. But time will tell whether that's true or not, and just idle speculation on my part. So thank you for joining me. I've got another guitar coming next week. It's a used guitar. We'll keep it a mystery until it shows up. It's a guitar that I've always been curious about. Again, I never know. I wouldn't even consider buying guitars in the store, simply because the 10 minutes you spend in the store, 20 minutes, half hour, nothing tells a tale like bringing a guitar home. If you get a decent price on it and you can turn around and sell it for at least what you bought it for, to me that's a much better way of trying out a guitar, because, yeah, it takes multiple plays and you want to do it in your house on your equipment to see if it's what you're looking for. So there you go. So again, February the 17th, 2022, a very mild day. We have some brutal cold weather coming to remind us that we are in the middle of winter, but it's been a fairly mild winter thus far. So thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be back when we're back.